It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Seahawks and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. They're the best team in the NFL as far as running the football goes, but they're in for a stern test here.
Yeah, that defense that they're going up against, they're no slouch either. One of the top 5 units in the league. I think this game could boil down to stopping the big play. This offense can certainly hit some home runs, and if they hit on a couple here, it might be all they need to win the game. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Now Pollard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott. There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Zeke from last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a 3rd-round pick back in 2012.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They run it with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Pollard. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
First down, Prescott. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play here for Dallas. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown. Michael Gallup. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. 47. Let's go, team.
Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Yeah, baby.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. 46, 46. Check, 59, 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 59, Mike, 59.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right out the 45.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll run with Elliott. Pushes him over. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Come on with it,
Michael Gallup with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and go. That'll make this a 6-point game. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Carson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboys defense has a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And I hear more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And going to Bucks is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they felt like they could take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down. Prescott steps. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
All ball, baby. All ball.
Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. It's a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill.
Prescott now. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A first down throw for Prescott. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Seahawks. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Now Pollard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
They're not ready for this. They go 46.
Prescott on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Easy work. It's easy.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where you see the final score there. Josh Rosen, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, we're off to check out another game, and you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris with a couple of touchdowns there. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime, but the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Pollard. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Lucky.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. On third down, Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
My bad, guys.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown!
Bam!
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. And that's caught inside the 35.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room. I just delivered.
Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
91 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go back to Carson here on second. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
We played to win.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside, and 2 minutes to go now in the third. Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play.
Give him 16 yards on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They run again with Carson, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Come on, baby.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Score! Touchdown, Seattle! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go to 54, go to 54, wide.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he gets it down to the 32.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get...
Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
14.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Still fighting past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now Pollard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And they're going to speed things up here.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Elliott, and Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for him.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit because I will leave openings. Hey, you can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going after them, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts with that 2-minute warning looming.
A great note right there because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a 3rd one back. They still have a chance.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And they will take a knee here. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? And they'll indeed take a knee. So with that mean 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.